Atlanta and Mason with Denver. Marshall has been with the Clippers and trying to get back up to the bigs, and we are set to go. And the tip is controlled by the Clippers. Actually, Bohannon got the better of it, but quick hustle on the part of the Clippers results in possession of the basketball. Near steal by Braun, but salvaged. And the Clippers with the ball as Plumlee holds. Still on the outside with 5 to shoot. And the pass, a bad one, stolen by Salt Lake City, intended for Henton. They'll come down quickly into forecourt. Bohannon looks to back in and now kicks it back out to the outside. And the guards and forwards will set things up as they space the floor for Salt Lake City. It's Burton with the basketball. 7 to shoot. Burton still got it. At the three-point line, steps inside it, now gives up to Braun. 3 from the corner, no. And the rebound is taken down by the Clippers. That will be Johnson, who spent some time in Salt Lake, gives it up, and the hook shot in the lane is good by Henton. And the first basket goes to the visitors. It's a 2-0 count. And we're just a minute into play here in Salt Lake City. Burton with the ball. Yo-yo's out front. Burton puts it on the floor, goes against the big man, gives it up. Now down on the baseline, Bohannon. Bohannon back to Burton straight away. Long 2 is off the rim. Bryce Johnson would corral the rebound and then gives it up. Irebu, and he gives it up, and the long 3 is no good by Bryce Johnson. Salt Lake comes the other way with Qualls to Burton. Deontay Burton, a.k.a. Tay, out front. Salt Lake will work it inside now. Bohannon in the lane. Bohannon. And his shot won't fall for him, and rebounded again by the Clippers. So Salt Lake having the looks, just not able to finish. 2-0. Rebound off to Salt Lake and Qualls. Now Burton. He'll survey that defense. Got Plumlee out top. Bohannon has it out top, gives it to Qualls. Qualls dribbles against Plumlee. Crossover, 5 to shoot, 3-pointer, contested by Plumlee. Distracted him enough, he missed the shot. Henton for 3. Southpaw deals and he scores. And it's 5-0. Clippers with the lead over Salt Lake City early. This Agua Caliente team, it's got some experience. In fact, it's got some Salt Lake City experience on it. We'll explore that as the night progresses. But I mentioned Bryce Johnson in that starting lineup, a former Salt Lake Stars member. 4 to shoot. Qualls has to give it up to Taylor Braun. Can't take the shot to Qualls. Just beats the shot clock, hits the front of the iron, and they're going the other way. J.J. O'Brien, a former member of Salt Lake's team as well last year. The 3-pointer is off the mark by LaDontae Henton. And a whistle in backcourt. No, apparently not. The officials said nope. Didn't make it in time. He was going to check in, it looked like, perhaps for Burton. Burton has the ball. Burton gives it to McCree, whose pass is too tall for Taylor Braun. 5-0 lead early for the Clippers. Irebu gave it up in forecourt. Still on the perimeter with 15 to shoot. Now down on the block, Plumlee, a little bounce pass on the cut on the baseline, and a foul is. Irebu wanted a foul along the baseline, but didn't get it. And Salt Lake gets the ball as Cousins brings it into forecourt, gives it to McCree. Excuse me, that was Bohannon that got it. Now Bohannon gets it back. And good ball movement by Salt Lake results in a decent look for Braun, and Braun's shot is off the mark as well. Salt Lake City not able to find the basket. Getting looks, but not getting makes, as there's a foul on the other end. 7:55 remaining here, first quarter. The ball comes into Plumlee, back to Henton. Henton goes right at Braun, who falls down, no call, but Salt Lake City has the ball going the other way. Maybe they played the advantage rule. Now Cousins throws it away on the baseline, and J.J. O'Brien takes it the other way, feeds Plumlee, who throws it down in the lane. And it's going to be a 7-0 lead for the Clippers. Cousins into forecourt for Salt Lake City. Still to find any score early. Over the top to Bohannon in the lane. Bohannon is fouled. The Agua Caliente Clippers, which is a mouthful. ACC or the Clips or the Clippers would be probably the easier way to go. As Bohannon dribbles the basketball, gives it up to Cousins across the lane. Left-handed layup is no good. Oh my, there's a lid on that basket for Salt Lake City. Long baseball pass into forecourt to J.J. O'Brien. O'Brien gives it up, and there'll be a three-point attempt that comes off the back of the rim and pulled down by Salt Lake. One and done for the Clips. Qualls has it. Qualls, three-point territory. Over the top to Bohannon in the lane. Backside defense helps, but enough for a 7-0 lead in this one that is slow to develop offensively, to say the least. Bohannon's shot is good, and the Goose championship ring from his time at Louisville. Dean's List, by the way, as he misses the second free throw. But Dean's List with Louisville as well. Bright guy, and on the rebound, and still waiting. Now we've got the ball in the hands of the players, and inbounds brought by Irebu into forecourt. Plumlee out top to the angle, and a little dribble handoff coming there for the Clippers. Into the game is Keith Stefik. 3 to shoot. Three-pointer is contested, forced. Still finds the rim, and Plumlee finds the rebound, and Plumlee puts it back with some authority. Oh my. Marshall Plumlee. And he throws that one down. Spent, well, he's had a cup of coffee with a couple of NBA teams, the Knicks being the first, and now the Clippers, and then was waived and trying to work his way back up to the NBA. His brothers in Atlanta and Denver, Miles and Mason respectively. Shane Bohannon turnaround jump shot, and he got it on a short clock, but no, it didn't go in. Thought that was going in. I should have known better. Only a free throw has gone in so far tonight for Salt Lake City, and headed the other way. Called that one before I saw it, but I thought there's no way that ball's staying out. Stefik with a three, Plumlee with a rebound. Gonna have to do something about him underneath, because right now he throws it in with a two-handed jam. 11-1. Salt Lake City again digging that hole early, and they've been wanting to do that so far this season. Now they've come back from a lot of those, but the effort required many nights has taken it out of them, and they haven't been able to make it work. The shot by Isaiah Cousins is off the mark, but there's a loose ball for the visitors. And the ball comes in to Bohannon. Bohannon puts it on the floor. Bohannon with the dribble, a reverse layup attempt, and a whistle before to be side out. Into the game is Hassan Dixon Tatum, or AD, for Salt Lake City, and he gets the ball on the inbounds pass. Promptly gives it up to Cousins. Cousins to Qualls, corner three, no, and the rebound is taken down by the visitors again, and that's Vito Brown, who is in. The shot underneath, no. The rebound is up, and again the boards in favor of the visitors. Tyler Robertson with the putback. 13-1 is the margin now. Spin by McCree. McCree passes to Qualls in the lane. The floater is good, and their first basket comes at the 4:34 mark of the first quarter. So played over 7.5, almost 7.5 minutes before they finally get a basket, and it's 13-3. Stefik, drop pass down on the baseline. Well, Allen is going to try and check in for Salt Lake City. And Dakari Allen didn't get there soon enough, so will not get a chance to check in. Little step back jump shot is up, and it is good. And McCree hits his first. Struggled the other night with his shot, to say the least. And it's a good sign for him. It took him a while to get that first basket. But if they can get him going, you've got a different ball game for Salt Lake City. In the lane, the hook shot is good. And that basket goes to Keith Stefik, and it's now 15-5. Clippers, and on the other end, Cousins, a little lean back, one-handed scoop at the basket, and 15-7 as Isaiah Cousins gets the field goal for Salt Lake City. Three-point shot rims out for the Clippers, and Salt Lake's going the other way. Good job getting back, but there's a blocking foul called on Stefik trying to shut off the break. It was Qualls that was coming down, and Stefik the games. Michael Qualls will take a deep breath. He's got the ball on his hip. He'll pass it behind his back. There he goes. And the second free throw for Qualls. Signed with Oklahoma City back in 2015. Played in it last season, and Qualls buries the second free throw. And he's been a nice addition to this team. He's got a real good motor and has picked up the pace of play. And that's something Coach Martin Schiller really has wanted to do, is to have his team play with a lot more energy. And with the addition of McCree and Qualls, that's happened. That shot is off the mark by Stefik and rebounded by Salt Lake City. On the baseline now, kicking it back out was Braun, and Cousins with the drive. Good ball movement by Salt Lake. From the elbow, three-pointer by Qualls is off the mark. The rebound to Allen. The two hits the back of the rim, and they're going the other way. Whistle will stop play. But it was earlier. Salt Lake City is coming back, getting a little bit of momentum perhaps. 15-9. They still trail, however, but they're only shooting 25% from the floor, 4 of 16. Ball goes inside and an easy basket for the visitors. The Clippers just getting inside too easy, and J.J. O'Brien making the layup, the former star. Bounce pass on the block and it's knocked away. Auburn, who led the nation in junior college with blocks averaging 5.4 a game his second season. This one, Salt Lake City now making 4 of 5, which is a decided difference than they were the other day. And now they've got 5 of 6 from the line. So this is one thing that certainly can help keep them in the game. And they're shooting well tonight early from the line. O'Brien's double clutch is no good. Driving to the basket, ball goes out. From the baseline, actually it would be baseline in. Ball comes in nice and clean. Robertson with the ball. Works on AD. Fake, he didn't buy, so he passes it out of there, and now you've got, boy, an attempted 6'8" out of Arizona State. It's a guy who can get hot shooting. Led the Pac-12 in three-point field goals made his senior year, with the third one coming. J.J. O'Brien is 3 for 3 on that trip at the line. At 22-11 is the margin. Cousins into forecourt. Irebu was the man on him defensively. Now they switch to Robertson, the crossover. In the corner, McCree drives to the basket on the baseline. Shot is blocked. A lot of contact in there. And the Clippers come away with it. And they'll look to run. O'Brien for 3. And there it is. Oh my. He can kill you from the elbow, the shoulder. He is just a three-point machine at times. And J.J. O'Brien gives the visitors a 23-11 lead. Down the middle, the drive, the scoop, no, and a foul called. And free throws keeping Salt Lake in it right now. Comes out of Louisiana Tech. Stars got him from Sioux Falls. On the day Sioux Falls came in here to play the Stars, he traveled here with Sioux Falls as he makes the free throw. Traveled here with Sioux Falls and donned the Stars uniform to play against his former team the same night. Welcome to the G League, gentlemen. But he's been very good for this team. Robertson on the other end with a two-pointer, 25-13. Clippers with the lead. Cousins under the basket and then gives it up. Now from the shoulder, three-pointer by Graham on the way, no, and rebound to Salt Lake City. The offensive board, the left-handed shot by McCree, no. The putback by AD, no. And the offensive rebound pulled down again by Salt Lake. And they'll pull it back out. McCree steps to the shoulder, shoots the 3, and it won't fall for him. Robertson stepped out of bounds. Cousins triggers it in. Graham in the corner with it. Along the baseline, the drive, the shot, and the rebound comes off to the Clippers. Robertson, who pulls it down and then gives it to Irebu. Ike Irebu out of Washington State, averaging 10 points a game, and he'll hold for the last shot. There's about a second, 1.3 seconds difference between shot and game. Crossover to the basket, shot rejected, and knocked out to get some pressure on the inbounds man. Not much, however, by Irebu, and now he relaxes it, and it's Cousins. Cousins pulls up for a 3 with 2 seconds left, no, and the rebound Shines. They've been with him probably 3 or 4 weeks right now between Qualls and McCree. And they've got 8 of the 13, but it has been a slow offensive start for Salt Lake City. There's just a lid on this basket on this west end of the basketball court. Salt Lake has the ball as we start the second. McCree shoots with 8, and the three-pointer is no good. The rebound underneath, however, is taken down by hands. 25-15. Salt Lake trying to cut into that lead. It's not an unfamiliar position for Salt Lake, and so they don't panic. I mean, they've been down as much as 30 points in a game and come back and tied the thing up before, or actually taken a lead. So it's not an unfamiliar position, but how many of those they've hung on to win? Well, that's a different story because they only have the 3 wins on the season. They've been getting a lot closer, however, as the team is starting to gel, and the lineups have changed a lot. So rotations are much different as Bahana goes inside. Nobody steps in front of him, and he puts it down with 2 hands as well. So good points in the paint there for Salt Lake City at 25-17. The lead is now single digits. Largest lead, the Clippers had a 12-point margin at one point, and they miss on the offensive end, and Salt Lake comes out of the pack, and they'll run at Cousins right at J.J. O'Brien, and Cousins can't make it. City has pared the lead in half. 25-19 is now the margin. It was a 12-point lead for the Clippers. Clippers with the basketball. And they called timeout. Coach Corey Hill saying, let's talk this one over because that lead evaporated in a hurry. Well, they go right back inside, and the throwdown on the part of number 40, Marshall Plumlee. And again, this is where they got their lead, was going into Plumlee, and they come right back out of the timeout, run a play for him, and it works for them. Bohannon drives in the lane, or McCree rather, hangs, shoots with the left hand, it comes up short. Clippers will look to get back on the offensive side of things again, and there's a wide open jump shot that falls, it's actually long, and comes off the iron by Bryce Johnson, and Salt Lake has it. Straight away by Bohannon, the 3-0, and rebound, it was one and done, and there's Johnson again. Johnson, the former Stars player who was assigned by the City on the defensive end, earns the changeover of possession. It'll be their basketball, and they come into forecourt, trailing now 27-19. But looking a lot more cohesive than they did early when they couldn't buy a basket no matter what they did. They were right point blank at the rim, and it wouldn't go in. McCree still struggling with the shot. That one misses as well, 27-19. Block shot on the other end, but a whistle. Mikey Rebu's first free throw is up. Dante Hinton will go out for the Clippers, and Keith Stefik comes in. Free throw is good as well, so 29-19, back to the double digits after Salt Lake City had cut it down to 6. That's Burton, he's going to give it up. Braun holds, back to Burton. In front of him is Plumlee. Burton has to go back outside again, and Cousins with 3 seconds spins in the lane, tries to find a man, finds McCree underneath, and boy, he beats the shot clock by about 2 or 3/10 of a second and scores at the baseline. 29-21. Plumlee down the lane, reach in, foul called on Bohannon. Marshall Plumlee. 3 brothers playing professional Dukies. Although I believe Plumlee, the one here, Marshall was redshirting when his brothers were playing for Coach K. Rebound pulled down by Salt Lake City off the free throw miss, and it's Taylor Braun. Braun to Burton. Burton yo-yos, goes to the basket, and a foul is called on Bryce Johnson. Played at Nevada in the Western Athletic Conference. And first free throws come in. Brown out of Wisconsin, 6'8". Started with the Wisconsin Herd, made available for the expansion draft and taken, as the second free throw is not good by Burton either. And that is the ugly specter raising its head again. Salt Lake City at the line. Now, prior to these last trips, they were doing all right as overs. It's a guy who plays both ends of the floor. Ball comes in, little jump push shot is good, And credit the man who just came in, Vito Brown, with that basket. Dribble handoff for Qualls. Gives it to Tay. 10 to shoot, still out top. Cousins now, Cousins. Long two, no. And there's the rebound by Plumlee. Rebu going the other way. One-handed push shot, no, but there's Plumlee for their offensive rebound. Tries to bounce the ball off a Stars player. Didn't work, and the Stars are coming the other way. Taylor Braun. Cross-court pass. That skip pass to Tay, and then down on the block is Bohannon. Bohannon, skip pass across the other side. Three-pointer up and off the mark. That was Graham. Stefik has it, gives it to O'Brien. O'Brien spots up. He loves to shoot from there, and he got the three. And then another attempted substitution. Looks like Henton sitting at the scorer's table. He wants to come in. That free throw is no good, however, by J.J. O'Brien. Salt Lake with a rebound. Braun to Tay. Burton with the right-hand dribble, crosses it over. And between his legs, he's out front. Now he gives it in the corner to Braun. Braun on the baseline, Bohannon. Bohannon whips a pass too hard, way too hard. Care of the ball. They had 2 turnovers, giving up 2 points before at the last time out, and 3 and 2 for the visitors from Los Angeles. Rebu picked it up, drops it in the baseline for Robertson, and the rebound comes out to Salt Lake. They look to run. They'll come into forecourt to the basket hard, and the basket is good by Graham. Torian Graham with the layup, 35-23. Going back quickly the other way. The three-pointer, though, will not fall for Vito Brown. The sideline, it will be side out for the Clippers, and they bring it in. Rebu over the top pass. Possession with 6 seconds left for the visitors, but the Clippers just, that was some tough defense underneath. Now they've got the offensive putback, and Robertson puts the basket in. So on the inbounds play, they missed the shot. Robertson comes in and says, we might miss one more, and I'm not going to miss 2 from 2 feet. And on the other end, an air ball fired up by Salt Lake. Clipper ball, straight out top. And the pull-up long 2 is good by Brown. 39-23. Cousins running the show. Gives it up. Gets it back again. Taylor Braun from the elbow. Yes, he got the 3, and that's a Mountain America Credit Union three-pointer. Visit macu.com. 39-26. All the way to the rim, but missing was Rebu. And Salt Lake will come down. That's Cousins. Cousins at the rim, creating 2 free throws coming for Qualls. So you got Braun and Qualls, and Cousins and Allen, and Dixon Tatum. Second free throw by Qualls is good. Pressure in the backcourt now by Salt Lake City. J.J. O'Brien, however, is into forecourt. Now Robertson has the ball in his hands for the Clippers. Now to J.J. O'Brien, bounce past Robertson down the side of the lane. Jump shot is short. Well contested by A.D. Clippers get back quickly. Salt Lake wanted to run. Ball stolen from Cousins and now picked up by Robertson, and the Clippers have another turnover. O'Brien, Stefik, deep in the corner. The three-point shot is up, and it is LaDontae Hinton who buried that three-pointer and gives his team a 42-28 lead. Cousins will work against O'Brien as he comes down the lane. It's poked away by Hinton. Turnover, Salt Lake City. And now Brown into forecourt with it. Crosses over in the lane. Tries to drop a little pass on the baseline. Salt Lake looked to have intercepted. They search line. Ball comes in. Hinton tried to pass into the lane. Robertson, no, and Salt Lake intercepts. They come down on the break. Little Euro step, and boy, it faked out. And so the turnover again by Salt Lake City. So they start to mound a little bit right now. They're down 42-28 with 4 minutes and change. Actually, you hit 4 minutes right now remaining here in the first half. Henton, left-handed shot in the lane after the whistle's coming down. Dante Henton, who is the first free throw. Henton shot free throw, so 43-28. As Cousins has the ball right in front of the bench, and Martin Schiller wants it.
Fantasy.
Salt Lake City's cold shooting continues, just 24.3% from the field on 6 of 37, while the Clippers shooting 42%. Salt Lake finds themselves trailing now as the three-point shot is up and it's no good. The rebound to AD, however, in the lane, and the putback attempt rims out as well, and now Hinton gets the rebound. Before the break, I said the LA Clippers, well, I guess technically they are from Los Angeles, but it's the Agua, Caliente, or the hot water Clippers. Go figure. J.J. O'Brien with the jump shot. 45-28. O'Brien really lighting up the scoreboard tonight. J.J. O'Brien with 14 points. Taylor Braun in the lane. A little layback shot off the rim. And now a whistle. Cousins has the ball. 10 seconds to shoot. Gives it up to Taylor Braun. Braun puts it on the floor. Bounce pass to Bohannon, streaking to the basket. No. With 2:55 remaining in the first half.
Number 4, Bohannon shooting 2.
First free throw. Shane Bohannon got a total of 6 on the evening in the first half. Make that 7. And the margin is 45-29. Drive in the lane, a whistle, stopping play. Trying to extend this lead. And he misses. Vito Brown, 6'8", 230, hits the second one. Salt Lake City into forecourt. Braun has the ball. Gives it to Allen, back to Cousins. Cousins to Allen, to Braun. Braun out to McCree, to Allen, down on the baseline, 3 seconds, now back outside. Cousins, 4-3, with 1 second left on the shot clock. Isaiah Cousins, boy, Salt Lake City used every bit of the shot clock on that one, but they did get the three-pointer, and it's 46-33. Rebu gets a screen from Robertson, now tries to go to, and the ball is kicked, tried to go to Robertson. Minutes have been somewhat limited tonight in the first half, but he has made them effective. Gets the ball, gives it right back to J.J. O'Brien down the lane. Little runner with the one hand. No, Plumlee is there for the offensive rebound, and Plumlee is going to be fouled by Fears. And that's a look at Marshall Plumlee for those of you watching the streaming feed tonight. Plumlee's shot bounces. Second opportunity, bouncing that ball with some mean. First one was upset. He didn't miss the second. So some resolve in those bounces between free throw attempts by Marshall Plumlee. Cousins with the ball out top. 10 to shoot. He'll shoot it then. That 3 rims out. Clippers look to go the other way quickly. Down on the baseline. Touch pass from Robertson in to Plumlee. Plumlee is fouled underneath. He'll take his time. First shot charged with that last foul. We'll take a look at the foul totals. Halftime coming up in a minute 28 as Plumlee hits that free throw. And the margin now 48-33. Shot off the back of the iron by McCree. Rebu in forecourt. Rebu with a crossover. Rebu trying to throw problems at 7'1". Not the first time a team has had problems with a Plumlee, however. And Graham will check in for Salt Lake City for the last 106 of this first half. and bounces high and off into the hands of Salt Lake City. And the person of McCree, who gives it up to Cousins, who gives it to Graham, who gives it back to Cousins in forecourt. Now it's Braun. Salt Lake moving the ball around very quickly. Braun puts it on the floor, gives it to Cousins. 3 from the elbow, no, and a whistle. There's a starter on that 2000 Syracuse they're taken in the G League draft. It's the 2 free throws. So 51-33. Salt Lake City, the last few minutes of this first half, falling further behind. Taylor Braun with the ball, holding. Now he gives it up. 3-point shot is up to hit the 3-pointer. And inside 30 seconds remaining now here in the first half. Irebu holding the ball, just dribbling between the circles. About a 5.5 second difference between shot and game. Shot clock at 6 in the lane. Little dish off in the lane. Robertson, 8.4 remaining. As the ball in backcourt, some pressure now. Now they're into forecourt, Salt Lake City. 4 seconds to shoot. AD on the block, turnaround shot is